Hey guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. So today's article comes out of InfoWars. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm all big about what's going on in our bodies, the things we are eating, the things been eating for years, which I absolutely love, by the way. I mean, chemical state's great. Don't get me wrong. When you mix a little sugar into it or whatever you're doing in there, it tastes awesome. I'm not gonna knock you on that. You're gonna hear my son singing "Let's Praise the Lord" in the background, which is awesome from Bible stories for kids, which is they do a great job. Um, it says here, lunch program poisoning kids and benefiting major corporations. This was dated today at 12:10, February 11th. It says feds incentivized to purchase low quality processed food for American school children. You have this woman here, and she's got General Mills, Tyson, Nestle, Coca-Cola, P&G, Kellogg's. Her name is uh, Melissa Simonson. No, okay. A popular TikTok video has Americans questioning why the Department of Defense is overseeing the food provided to school children and asking Donald Trump administration to address the issue. Posted by health activist Melissa Simonson, maybe it's that. The viral clip shows the moment she learned at a school district meeting that the DoD funds school lunch programs and only allows them to purchase food from approved companies, which are mega corporations selling processed garbage. So let's just kind of tune in here and see what she's got for us because I'm interested. My son is homeschooled, but I wasn't. Neither was my wife. And for sure, um, there is all kinds of food that I have enjoyed, thoroughly enjoyed eating. That's been probably super ultra processed, and I get it. And yet, um, yeah, maybe we should take another look. Well, now that I'm older now, we should definitely be doing that. So let me just press record here and let's go.
I thought DOD stood for something else. You're saying it's definitely Department of Defense driving the school lunches. The state and federal government. Yeah. We purchase food items.
Mandates who you buy food from?
Yeah. Give us the funding.
Yeah, and we have
They tell us where to buy the food.
Yeah, and then they negotiate the contracts with the providers.
That's, okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Oh, yeah,
We do
it's
get
like
some of the stuff that we
deeply-
buy, and there are some money that we have to use for those projects.
So they'll give us hundreds of thousands of dollars, but we can only spend it in their channels.
So when you say their channels, can I ask, are there's specific companies that you're allowed to buy through, and are those?
We purchase through DoD. They have their own ordering guide, and we purchase through them, but they work out the contracts throughout the
General Mills.
country. Yeah. They work out those contracts, and it varies each year who gets those contracts, but we have no control over that.
So if we come across a consistent issue, we can reduce the order. It goes back to them. We get the credit. We can spend it again with them in hopes that the quality's better when it comes back.
That sucks.
That's what happened with bananas. When you asked about bananas, they were consistently coming in completely green to a point where they would not ripen at all, even after we had kept the case in our warehouse for 2 weeks and it did not ripen. It was starchy and hard, and so we sent all the cases back and then no longer took bananas off the menu entirely because
there's no
they
nutrition
could
in that.
not guarantee quality. Yeah.
And you have no choice but to order them through there. So it's bananas or no.
That's all you can order from.
But that's the thing, Francis, like just today, they have to put it on their plate and they're told, so you just want to eat the tater tots, but you're not going to eat this burger that you hate. And you're like, please just give me the tater tots. They're like, you have to put it on your plate. Otherwise we won't get reimbursed. But no one's tracking the garbage can to see what's actually going in there.
Wow.
That's true for every public school district. Their nutrition services do bring money in. They're one of the only revenue generating departments for the district.
It seems to me like the people who are on the floor, who are trying to do the right thing for the kids, are in it every day. They're seeing the food, they're preparing the food, and they really want the best thing for all of our kids, which is the same as what we want.
Yeah.
Then if the bananas are no good and you guys send those back, then there's no bananas for the kids. And that sucks for you guys, and it sucks for us, and it sucks for the kids. And in the same respect, if the Department of Defense is supplying the food and they're the ones who are negotiating these contracts with these mega corporations like, General Mills and Nestle, all of these, right? Then they are incentivized to get the lowest quality at the highest, price. So then the more processed, the better for them. So again, it seems like the only options you guys have are the things that are predetermined anyway. And so your options are limited. So then I guess what my main question is, after hearing all of this, what are the actual choices that you guys and us together do have? Like, can we make different recipes, different options, or is this like here's how it is, and so we should do this, or we should send kids to school with their lunches if we don't like it?
And it just ended right there. So that's insane. That's pretty nuts. Because when I hear that, the only option they have is through the DoD. So they can either order and then it comes back, and if it's bad, they can send it back. But they're just like, okay, we'll order again, and the DoD is responsible for just giving them something else. And like she said, at the highest amount of quantity at the cheapest price, but it's also the quality sucks. So then it's like, okay, if the quality sucks, then they said they had bananas that wouldn't ripen within 2 weeks. That's weird. It says the DoD will give us hundreds of thousands of dollars, but we can only spend it in their channels. Said a woman at the meeting. We purchased through the DoD, and they have their own ordering guide. We purchased through them, but they work out the contracts. You don't even get to like decide who that goes through, and if something's better, at least less ultra processed than the next thing. The woman provided an anecdote about bananas being sent to them that never ripened, even after 2 weeks. The DoD take them off the menu so they could not be eaten. Since the government only allows schools to purchase items from their providers, the school district was left with no bananas as an option at all, instead of simply buying from another supplier. Uh, Simonson said at the meeting, if the Department of DoD is supplying food and they are all the only ones who are supplying the contracts in these mega corporations, and she posted them there, General Mills, Tyson, Nestle, Kellogg, stuff like that, which literally have foods that have carcinogens in them. Like we've known this. Like we just talked the other day about banning Red 40. Like that's a carcinogen. I wonder how you got cancer, dude. I wonder what was helping along with other things that you were doing that were just in the food, and it's building up. Cancers happen because there's too much inflammation in the body. And when the body can't fight inflammation, then it starts to turn into a cancer. And the body wants to get rid of it, but it can't because it can't get rid of the inflammation. And so over time, it starts to produce a cancer. And then it's like, okay, well, then now you have to be subject to all these other um, uh, let's say V words and medicines and drugs that were probably never meant. And I'm not a scientist, I'm not an expert, but to say that these things should have probably never been in your body to begin with, and you should be healing your body with the same things that are destroying your body. Food should not be destroying your body. There should be foods that heal your body. And I've read plenty of articles and plenty of things now. People talk about all kinds of cancer fighting and or other things that are in your body that these foods can do. What are the health benefits of food? What do they provide? All comes from food. Literally, they have this. I literally like a walnut. It looks like a brain. And they're like, all the selenium in the walnut is really good for your brain. Like that's crazy. Like what would be better than something organic like that feeding the brain? Well, that makes sense. Versus something that was concocted in a lab. You stick it in you take it in an oral, and it fixes something, but it damages something else. And so you're just in this cycle of being destroyed one way or the other. From you put up one wall that you fixed, now you've opened up another one. Like what is happening? Um, it says they incentivize to get the lowest quality at the highest price, right? So the more processed, the better for them. She said, now that Donald Trump has directed Elon Musk and DoD to look to the Department of Defense, we have to look into this. The Department of Defense is providing school lunches in America. Just imagine the secret deals that are going on. Yeah, that's pretty insane. So, man, this is sad. I hate this. I hate this for not only myself, but still today with all the foods that we have, but children who are literally in school, and this is what they depend on because they probably get a discounted lunch or whatever's happening with the family. Maybe they can't provide lunch all the time, or they just not even that they don't have the time to it. They don't make the time to it. Whatever. Like at some point, the school is meant there to benefit your child, not make it harder for them in terms of challenging them, but also feeding them as well as providing food that it's not coming out of a garbage can and then being repackaged and handed over to you as, hey, eat this. That's literally what's happening, and you wonder why we're sick. Like nobody's gonna fight me on this. I don't care if you have all the accolades in the world. You cannot tell me that foods are not destroying your body with 15 billion ingredients in it. And you're like, what? Why does why does sugar have additional sugar? What? Like, what is happening? Why does uh, broccoli have sugar in it? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. Like, you just take something off a shelf, throw it in there, they're gonna love it. That's exactly what it looks like. Um, and just the actual ramifications of it is crippling over time. Now, that's why people say, hey, make lifestyle changes, work out, eat healthier. But it seems like the healthier food that you eat is way more expensive. And on top of that, if it's way more expensive, then it doesn't incentivize about being healthier. It's incentivized about just making sure you can eat food. Like, I'm hungry, but the food you're eating is 95% chemical, and then maybe some form of food in there. That's insane. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Whether you agree, disagree, or whatever your position is on it. I'm pretty firm in mind about food being a major component to the reason why we're sick. For sure. Like, for sure. Like, I think the more you just look into it, the more you're like, what am I putting in my body? If I could see it. Why? Like, you know what? This looks good. I love my Chick-fil-A AirPod food because I just want to eat this right now. Just this is great. This is great. I love this. I love this in my. You know what? Let me just eat this. Let me just eat chapstick. You know, it's whatever. Just put it in. Just put it in there. Let me lather up my chicken or my cereal. Let me just put that in there and just let me just eat wax because it's great. It's great. Tastes good, right? It's good. Doesn't, it's just like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what? You know what? I need a little bit of lamp. Let me just throw some lamp in this soup. Let me just throw some lamp in my fast food. Let me have some lamp fries. Just a little bit of, instead of salt, just put plastic on it because it tastes really good. But just throw some salt. I guess throw some salt on it too, so I don't taste the plastic. I like a little crunch, an extra crunch. It doesn't make. It's literally wild. How silly it sounds like I'm saying, but that's the truth. It's like, why are these things inside of the food that I'm eating? What is happening? Who does this? Who came up with this? So, anyways, guys, that's the video. I'll see you in the next one.